who has a new book about turning crisis into one about a lifetime opportunity.
So if you've lost your job, you're afraid that you're going to lose your house, it's really tough to stay optimistic in this tough economy. Joining me live now to give us some tips on just how to do that is author Fawn Germer. She wrote the book Finding the Up in the Downturn, best-selling author. Your book was featured on Oprah, so obviously you have some secrets. First of all, tell us, why optimism? A lot of people say, well, it's great for me to think positively, but it's not going to get me a job.
Well, if you think negatively, guess what? You're not going to get a job. It's a person who keeps their mind in the game that actually can win it. And I have a real theory on this, that when everyone else is giving up, we have a real chance to stand up and succeed. And I know that because my first book came out the day before 9/11. Everybody gave up on it. My publishing house canceled my tour, and I was able to turn it into a bestseller, and I got it on Oprah. And I know that it wouldn't have gotten on Oprah because everyone else had stopped sending their books there. You know, well, it should have gotten on Oprah because it was so excellent. But you know what I'm saying is that there is a window to succeed because other people are holding off and holding back.
So what advice do you have for someone who has maybe been laid off, has been trying all kinds of methods to find a job? Is networking the answer, or do they need to just be persistent? What do they need to do?
Well, first of all, you have to get your mind in the game. And my theory and my motto is fall down 7 times, get up 8. And that's what's happening. People lose their jobs and they get very busy because they know they have to do something, and they send out 50 resumes that first month. And the second month, they'll send out 5. They're so frustrated, it's so rejected. They don't think that there's anything out there. And if you keep getting up, you have the chance to do that. Now, you asked me about networking, and that gets back to the other thing I normally write about, which is on leadership, and I speak a lot on networking as a key thing. There's a reason the saying, it's not what you know, but who, is a cliche, because it's true. And sometimes people make a mistake in networking thinking that they need to make the right business contacts. That means you have to go shake hands with the right people and have the good correspondence afterwards that has them respecting you and everything. But it is much more important that when you meet somebody in a business context that you turn that relationship into a personal relationship, because then they become invested in you. And that's actually easier than you think. But it's those kinds of connections now, because they're invested in you, that will turn into business for you.
And is social networking helping that a little bit?
Well, yeah, I hate it. I hate Facebook. It's like another full-time job. But you know, I got a full fee speech last week from somebody I knew a million years ago. That happened through social networking. So you've got to get on and do that. But in addition, when you know there are people of influence that can help you, don't go beyond thinking that you can't write them a letter and say, can I come by, just talk to you about some, you know, have coffee and ask you for your advice. If you say, I'm coming, I need you to help me find a job, that's a scary thing for them and they won't do it. But if you say, I just need to pick your brain, people will help you.
Absolutely. And you know, right now you just have to be willing to get the help wherever it is. Thank you so much for your advice. And if you want more information on what to do in this tough economy, just log on to our website at 10connects.com.
All right. Thank you, Hedl. Also on our website, you can find more stories on surviving the economy, including some tips on how to find a job and how to update your resume.